Alright guys, so for today's video we're going to be talking a little bit about Radicchio and its health benefits and nutritional value for your bearded dragons. Radicchio is a favorite one of mine. This is pretty much a weekly staple for me. This one is high in vitamin K, similar to some of our other vegetables we talk about. So don't be over pairing this with something like chicory endive or the likes. Again, it's high in vitamin K. Not going to be off the charts by any means, but unless you're really mixing a lot of greens together, do not go overkill with anything containing heavy vitamin K's. Check your looking down in the description. There's going to be some nutritional value stats in there, and then also some recommended pairings to really take advantage of getting the most nutritional value out of the salads you're making for your dragons. So, but let me tell you why this is one of my favorites here. The red color, anytime you can introduce a little more color to your salad, it's going to help spark interest in your dragons. Really, none of my dragons have a hard time eating. I try to encourage eating greens from an early time. Big one of my tricks is using the Radicchio plant here. They love this dark red coloration. I also think that it probably tastes pretty good to them. It's actually a rather mild taste, especially without being cooked in any way. But it's one of their favorites I've found, and it's got, like I said, it's got a nice spread all the way across the board, with the exception of the fact that it's pretty high in vitamin K. It's still got a decent composition of other nutritions that are definitely worthwhile for your dragons. Yeah, and in the long run, if you're interested in more greens for your own salads here. But the reason why it's one of my favorites is because they love that, especially at younger age, when you want to try and get your baby dragons eating. This is a wonderful trick, because when they see that red, they can't help themselves. They'll try it. Among various other tricks for getting baby dragons to eat, that is definitely one of my favorites. Kind of a cheat almost. And because you can finally dice this up, it's also incredibly easy for even the tinies. I mean, I have 3, 4, 5-day-old dragons eating greens because they see this Radicchio and they're willing to give it a try. And then once you get one to eat, their little monkey see, monkey do, you'd be surprised how much they'll influence each other into eating. And I think it really is a mechanism of any creature to observe and take what's working in its environment and apply it to itself. It's kind of part of evolution. But when you're going really to attack the core of this thing, to harvest it for its most usable portions, you're going to want to cut out the heart here. Again, I don't recommend you stabbing into your hand. Be careful here. I kind of just put the knife in a little bit, and then what I'll do is I'll split it open and then kind of just carve along it without actually applying too much pressure. The last thing you want to do is stab through and get your hand, because that'll be a bad day. But go ahead, pull that out. If you missed any, you can see I missed a little bit here. If you get the angle on that, just go ahead and carve it out a little deeper. It's really not a big deal. It will cut up just fine. Kick that out of there. No big deal. A little more, even if you really want to be particular. So what I'll do is that I'll chop it up. This is just an extra little leaf. I'll chop that up a little later. First thing I do is cut it in half. Kick that extra out. And what I'll do is at a real nice angle, I'll just start cutting into it in little pieces, especially if you're going to be feeding baby dragons, because it is kind of a rubbery green, or leaf to it in terms of its texture and density. So sometimes they chomp through it, but it's so rubbery that they almost can't break it off. The last thing you want to do is choke, and that's why I chop it up nice and fine for them. Obviously, older dragons, it's not going to be a problem, but I like to feed all sorts of dragons from the same batch. And like I said in other videos, anytime you can chop it up finer, it's only going to make it easier for your dragon to digest. The more surface area, the easier it is for its stomach acid is to make contact with it and turn it into nutritional intake. So you see here, just chop it up. Sometimes you get these little chunks of it. Split that up. Make sure it's nice and even. And then really, if you're going real young, make sure you chop it up real good. Like I said, it's got that rubbery kind of texture to it. So again, nobody too young is going to be getting their hands on this. Take that. Real nice vitamin composition though, so definitely check it out. It is a little bit more expensive. I've seen it anywhere from about $2.50 per pound to $4.99 per pound, honestly, unfortunately. But look around, you'd be surprised. Some places have it for half the price of the other place, even though it's the same thing. There isn't exactly a monopoly on prices when it comes to vegetables, at least around me. So hopefully you can find somewhere by you that really provides you with clean, quality vegetables. Try a farmer's market if it's available. It's definitely worth looking into. Again, always wash all your vegetables. I'm sure you figured that out by now, though. And hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know if you have any questions, and be sure to come back and check out the rest and our website at www.BeardedDragonSource.com. Take care now.